Good evening and welcome to the March 2015 HERF Cigar Review. This video is intended for people who could not make the HERF event and wish to virtually HERF along at home. So just quickly looking over the cigar here, it looks like a pretty standard Toro. It's got a nice sheen over a nice dark brown surface there. I'm seeing looks like just about one major vein there. Feels very solid all the way up and down. Shouldn't have any problems with this. Wow, I've only just taken my first puff, and I can't tell you, there's so much coffee flavor coming right out of the bat, right off the gate here. It's fantastic. Okay, so I'm about a half inch in, just picking up the first couple flavors here. I got a big blast of coffee when it started, and that's still the predominant flavor. I'm also picking up an undertone. It tastes like a bit of a wood, maybe an oak, touch of sweetness. Can't quite identify it yet. Really super well blended though, I'm really digging it. So here I am, I'm about the middle of the first third or so, really enjoying it. It's continued to stay sweet, it's continued to stay well blended. Initially, I picked up a lot of coffee, oak, and some sweetness I couldn't identify. I'm actually kind of thinking right now it tastes a little bit like a rye bread. It's giving that sweetness, it's got a little earthiness to it. The coffee has dissipated a little bit, but it's still there and it's still delicious. I also want to take this time to point out it's got a beautiful white ash going, perfectly straight barrel, no flowering whatsoever. As always, I'm a little worried about dropping it on my vest, so I'm going to go ahead and just tap that off. Let's see how it does. Perfect. And an absolutely straight burn line as well. I'm loving it. So I'm moving into my second third here. Still really enjoying it. The flavor's mellowed out. A lot of the coffee notes and whatnot have actually kind of taken a back seat. It's really gone into really just a spicier direction now, but still really mellow. I did have a little bit of a draw problem as I ended the first third, as I was able to just massage the cap a little bit, and right under where the band was has really opened that draw right back up. So other than that, the burn line is still absolutely straight. The ash is still absolutely beautiful. This is performing really, really well, other than a slight draw issue. All right, I'm moving into the final third now. I've really enjoyed this cigar. It's continued to stay mellow. The spice has picked up a little bit, not much. The sweetness in there that it started, the caramel molasses rye, has really kind of faded out almost entirely at this point. The draw has stayed consistent after having to massage it out and during the second third. So the strength in the last third really picked up a little bit. I would initially have called this a medium body. Now I'm going to go ahead and say it's a medium to full body. It smoked well, even though I've handled it for an hour, close to. The construction at the end has stayed really solid. It hasn't gone loose or anything like that. It hasn't gone soggy. So it's been real well built, and I've really enjoyed this. And so now it's time for the reveal. This month's HERF cigar was the Aging Room Bin number 1 in the B minor size, 6 1/8 by 52 ring gauge. It comes with 2 bands. There's a standard one that comes underneath this much taller, larger one. It's actually a really elegant presentation. This was blended by Rafael Nodal, who uses Ecuadorian Honduran tobacco for the wrapper with an aged Cuban seed filler and binder grown in the Dominican Republic. Cigars are now available at Aloni Cigar Lounge, along with a couple of other great lines by Aging Room. And stop by and pick up another one after you have your HERF cigar.